Yes, good people, welcome back to the channel. So I've bought another Golf. This one was advertised for 375 quid. She needs a bit of TLC. It was advertised as a fixer-upper. Yeah, she definitely needs a bit of love. She's not the cleanest example, but it's a pretty cool colour. It's missing the front splitter. She's got a dent on the bonnet. It's got 150,000 miles. It's got a red wing mirror that is broken. Steel is a 1.4 16 valve, but I actually quite like these engines. I'm thinking I may use this as a sort of emergency backup car because I want to put my van away for the winter, and if the GTI ever lets me down or I need some work done on it, 'cause I've got an MOT coming up soon, I've got another car that I can use. But yeah, she's a little bit of a lemon. Got a dent on the driver's door. Inside it is a little bit minging. It's got a misfire. The woman advertised it needs a coil pack. I did take my code reader in and there's a misfire on cylinder 4. Apparently it's had a new set of spark plugs in it, and hopefully I'm going to swap the coils over sort of number 3 to 4, and if the misfire moves to number 3 then I know it's that coil pack, and I've got one of them hanging around. But yeah, she needs a really good clean inside. The woman had 4 kids and really didn't look after the car at all. It is grim as old ass. Yeah, as you can see, it's going to need a damn good hoover. Get these manky old seat covers off. It's missing one of the headrests. Also missing the parcel shelf in there. But yeah, she advertised it for 375 quid. I offered her 300 quid. I thought for that price, you know, car with an MOT, it's worth a gamble. It's missing the rear wiper arm. Like I say, it is grim inside. Under the back there, missing the jack. We got a spare wheel. Yeah, she needs a bit of love, but it is a pretty cool colour. I do like it. Decent tyres all round. The heat shield on the exhaust is hanging off. It's sitting on top of the exhaust, so it rattles like mad. But I think it's something we can fix up. It's pretty straight for the best part. Dent on the seal there. Yeah, we'll see what we do with it. My daughter's currently got her Ionix. It's a 1.4, low insurance, and she's going to be learning to drive soon, so well, we'll see how that goes. But it's something we can fix up, and I think it's a pretty decent addition to the Mk4 squad. Oh yeah, so I reckon the next thing I'm going to do is give her a good hoover out, a good jet wash, and see how clean she comes up. But yeah, it's a nice colour. See if I can get the paint code, if it's in the boot. Normally there's a sticker in here. It's not there. Normally down there. I'll investigate a bit further, see if I can find the paint code. But oh look, it's even got a pink fluffy seatbelt cover. Sweet. Yeah, let's get these seat covers off, assess the damage under there as well. But she is a proper base model, 1.4 like I said. It's got manual mirrors, manual windows. It's got central lock-in. It's only got one key, which ain't remote central lock-in. It's got a busted up CD player or whatever, radio. I don't think it even takes CDs. It is Bluetooth because I have my phone connected to it. Some old MOTs there. I've got the logbook and all paperwork and stuff. So under the bonnet, yeah, it's going to need a bit of love under here. It's leaking oil, which is the rocker gasket. Not a bad job, but if I remember rightly on these, to get that rocker off, you need to take the cam belt off. So that's going to be a bit of a pain in the backside. The battery that was on it was completely flat. It was all cable tied down. So when I got there, tried to jump start the battery, it's totally dead. I had another one that I brought with me, so I put that on. All it's missing is the bolt and the little adapter there that holds the battery in place, but I've got one of them knocking around. So yeah, give her a good clean up and assess the damage, I reckon. Yep, so that's the seat covers gone.
Ooh, and a headrest.
And a headrest, that's nice. This is what we got to deal with. We got chocolate, we got nuts. There's a bit of coinage. The seats are, yeah, they're probably going to get jet washed. I think I'll take them out. And it's like crisps, all sorts of debris in there. Yeah, she's a bit nasty, but them seats ain't too bad. The gear gate has seen better days, and that console is a bit broken, but I think I've got one of them. But yeah, she ain't too bad. Gonna need a lot of hoovering and a lot of love. Nice. Okay, so after about an hour of hoovering out, she is grim as, yeah, grim can be. I think the best thing to do with this interior is take the seats out, get the carpet out, and just jet wash the lot. It is disgusting. Man, this woman, I say she's a woman, she's probably in her late 20s, had 4 kids, you know, usual council single mum. Clearly had shares in McDonald's because there was all chips and toys under the seats and stuff, and I found the little label there with the paint code on, but it's wet, so we'll let that dry out and I should be able to get the code off that. But yeah, one of the little bungs is broken. I've probably had a leak, so somebody stabbed it through, but I've got some more of them. But probably the only clean bit of the car was the backs of the back seats. Yeah, not the nicest car. That's probably one of the worst I've ever seen, and I used to have a valeting business, and I've done valeting since the late 90s, and this car is absolutely disgusting. So many stains and stuff, fag burns in the seats. So yeah, not a biggie replacing the interior on these, because I like the GTI seats and stuff, and they're pretty easy to get. As you can see, she is nasty. It must be bad because even my cats don't really want to come in here. I did find a button for the controller. Oh no, you come in now. Again, this bit's broken, so I'm pretty sure I've got one of them, so we can replace that. It's looking a little bit better than before, so I'm going to start giving her a jet wash now. Clean her up on the outside, see what she looks like. I thought this was green, it changes in the light, and I had a similar colour to this a few years ago in a GTI. It's like a bluey green, but I need to get that paint code. But I think once we clean her up, we should see a better looking car. One thing I did just notice though, this oil leak. To change the rocker gasket on these, like I say, it's an absolute pain. You've got to take the cam belt off. But what I've just noticed is they've had a mechanic messing around changing spark plugs, trying to get this misfire sorted out. And I've noticed they've taken the bottom row of bolts off. Normally these have a plastic cover on with a couple of the bolts holding the cover on. So there's no bolts on the front of that rocker gasket. That's why we're pissing out oil. Which is a good thing in a way, because we know we ain't got to change, hopefully, ain't got to change that rocker gasket. Just need to get some more of them bolts, clean it all up, tighten it all down, we should be good to go. I do need to check the cam belt on this anyway, because I've got no history of it being replaced. There is a service book, I ain't looked for it yet, so I will let you know if there is service history of it, but it's an old lemon, so probably nothing recent. So let's give her a good clean up and see how good she comes out. I have taken the wheel trims off as well, because there's one missing and they're all battered up. So let's see how that goes. There you go, after several hours later, she is looking a lot shinier. Actually didn't come up too bad. I sprayed the steel wheels with some satin black, shined up the tyres, gave it a good shampoo, rinsed it off. I used some spray wax, I haven't actually polished it, but the paint ain't in too bad a condition, to be fair. And I used some bumper shine on the plastic trim. She's looking good, didn't come up too bad. Didn't come up too bad. She's got a few knocks here and there, like I said, the seal, little ding on the driver's door. There's a couple of little parking dings down the side. Lacquer peel on the wing mirror, nothing we can't easily sort out, to be fair. So we've got a long list of stuff we need to do to this. It's going to need a passenger headlights, that's got a chip in it. We're going to need a front splitter. But instead of going for like the standard one, I might get something a little bit different, maybe an anniversary one. I'm really liking the colour of this. And we're definitely going to need a driver's wing mirror. These are manually operated, so that one's no good anyway for painting up. But the glass on that is the heated element, which I need for my other Golf, so that'll still come in useful. Inside, I just give it a quick wipe down. I jet washed all the door shuts. I did blast the edge here as well, but like I say, inside I pretty much think I'm going to have to rip all this interior out and either jet wash it or start again. Seats, I'll get some GTI seats or something like that, get rid of them. And like the carpet, if I can get another carpet I will, if not then that's all coming out, it's going to get jet washed. Because I ain't cleaning all that crap out. It smells pretty bad. Yeah, she's definitely coming up a lot better. So in the back there's a bit of water in there, so I'm going to let that air out for a few days. And under the bonnet I give it a bit of a jet wash. Didn't go too mad because that's leaking there and I didn't want water to get in the engine, so I'll just give it a quick blast around the edges, got rid of all the dead leaves, that kind of thing. I think my first job is to try and stop this misfire, because you know, if it's not a coil and something more serious, I'm going to be wasting my time with this car. So sort that misfire out. When we sort that out, I'll get some replacement bolts to stop that oil leak, and then hopefully we should be good with the engine, battery. Again, I just need a little bolt in there and a little clamp. I have got one of them knocking around, so under the hood we'll be pretty much good to go. She's going to need an oil change, all the filters, that kind of thing. The wheels, it's currently got 14-inch Steelies, 185 7014. These tyres look like they're from like where did I see it? That one's 2006. Pretty much the same on most of them, so these tyres ain't very good, to be honest. I like the look of Steelies, but you know, alloys are definitely going to look a lot better. So once we get up and running good, I'll look for a set of alloys for it. Just get a proper roadworthy and usable for a daily driver. Yeah, the heat shield underneath, I ain't actually showed you, have I? The heat shield rattles. I'll quickly fire up just to show you the noises I'm getting at the minute. It's got a misfire, so I don't really want it running too much, but nearly. That's the heat shield that's come loose, so I may just actually pull the whole thing out and just leave it out. And the engine itself. Got a misfire, but it doesn't actually sound too bad. Just makes it sound worse with that heat shield rattling under there. But for 300 quid, a Mk4 Golf with a long MOT, runs, drives ish, I think that's a pretty decent score, and we're getting a bit of a Mk4 squad going on. So that'll probably wrap up for today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, just up to date on all the latest on both of these Mk4 Golfs and my T4 that's in the background there. Thank you very much, I'll see you all soon. Peace.